Good evening. Welcome to episode 30, no, not episode, day 31 of the challenge and Sunday Snippets, episode 5. Tonight we are going to talk about friends because that is a subject near and dear to my heart, and especially after my weekend of being with women who are now my friends. It's amazing how deep you can go, how fast you can go when you are wide open to receive the connection of other people. But a couple of little items I want to tie up. I said a few episodes ago I told you about a book, and I told you about a book that had the mirror exercise that I talked about in it. And I told you I'd show you the book because I couldn't remember the name of the book because I was so tired. And the name of the book is A Year of Mindfulness. And it's a journal, and it has all kinds of exercises and stuff that you can do every day if you want. And my friend Leith McHugh told me about this book. And I always want to be very conscious about making sure that I tell you guys where I get information, because that's one of my pet peeves is people who talk about stuff and it sounds and feels like their stuff, but you find out later that somebody else said it. So it's really important, in my opinion, to credit the people who came up with, or if you don't know, say, I don't know, but this isn't mine, but I heard this. At least do that. So I want to be very careful about that. And Leith has been a huge influence in my life since January, since I've signed up for her A Year of Mindfulness mastermind that she does, and all the other things that I've been working on in her realm. She's an incredible lady, and I'm so inspired by her. Okay, back to friends. For those of you who have been through divorce or loss, you probably have experienced the fact that friends have bailed on you. The people that you thought would be there for you weren't. That was my experience. When I lost Terry, I couldn't believe how many friends I lost as well. And I was really devastated by that. I was, taken aback. I didn't understand it. And I think about it. Through the years, I've thought about it. Why did that happen? And then the opposite happens. People who you don't think at all are going to be your friends, or certainly aren't going to step up, they surprise you and they step up and they help you in ways you just can't even believe. And I've just always pondered that. I've always wondered about that. And I figured it out. I think I figured it out. And that is, people can't handle their own emotions around your situation. Let me say that a different way, or give you an example. I lost a really good friend because I got pregnant with my son, and I was a single mom. And one day I was crying on her shoulder, if you will, and she said to me, "You're living my worst nightmare, And the friendship kind of fell apart from there, because that was really hard to hear, and she really couldn't handle listening to my situation. And I think that's exactly what happens. I think when you lose your husband or you lose a child or whatever life experience you go through, if somebody hasn't had that experience, they can't handle it from their own internal self. They're scared and they can't deal with their own emotions, so they run. They leave your life. And once I figured that out, I'm okay with it. I understand that. And it's sad to me that they can't, go deep and say, look at themselves and say, this is what's happening to me, and process their feelings around it, and then be able to be there for you as a friend. But some people just can't do that. My mom couldn't watch my dad die. She didn't go to the hospital and see him in the end. She wasn't there when he died. And I was just always just horrified by that. But again, she could not deal. So I've learned to give grace to people because we all have our own journeys, and we have to do what we have to do, right? If we can't handle it, we can't handle it. And you can't be a good friend if you're like freaking out about what's going on. And I don't know, that realization for me has just really helped. And so if you're in a situation where friends are pulling away from you, and you really don't understand why, it might be that they just can't handle their own feelings around what's going on with you. And it has nothing to do with you. And that's so freeing to understand that. I always thought I did something really wrong, or that I couldn't understand why in my greatest hour of need, people would bail on me. But now I think I figured it out. And I give those people grace and I forgive them. But I want to surround myself with people who can handle their emotions. So you just kind of move on. But yeah, just give people grace and understand, most importantly, in this Sunday snippet, understand it's not about you. It's about them. And that's okay. All right, that's Sunday Snippets today. And I will see you tomorrow on the challenge. And I'm really excited about this coming week. It's going to be busy. Have a good Sunday. Bye.